Hello and welcome. Today we're diving into a technology that's trying to solve one of the biggest headaches in all of learning. That moment when a really complex idea just doesn't make sense. It's called an AI study coach, and it represents a totally new way to think about teaching. So let's get into it.
I mean, who hasn't been here, right? You're staring at a textbook, feeling like the words are just swimming on the page. This quote from a real student talking to a new AI just perfectly captures that feeling of frustration. It's that wall you hit when something is just too dense to get through.
And then you get this response. Now this is where it gets really interesting. The AI doesn't just give a different definition, it completely changes its approach and says, let's use a story. That shift right there, from just spitting out facts to building a narrative, that's the big idea we're digging into today.
Okay, so to really see how this works, let's drop right into a study session. Picture this. You're a student getting ready for the MCAT, that beast of an exam for medical school, and you've just run smack into a really tough biochemistry concept.
So this is the kind of answer you'd get from a textbook. I mean, it's 100% correct, but it's loaded with jargon. Active site, KM, Vmax. For a lot of us, this is the exact moment our eyes start to glaze over. It's just information. It hasn't clicked into actual knowledge yet. And this is exactly what made that student say, hey, can you simplify this?
All right, so let's see what the AI coach does next. The whole idea here is that it's not just about finding simpler words. It's about giving you a mental picture that you can actually hold on to. It's all about creating that aha moment.
And boom, here it is. Look at the difference. On the left, you've got that dry, technical rule. But on the right, you've got a story you can actually visualize. A restaurant, a rival trying to steal your customers. Suddenly, KM isn't some abstract letter, it's the effort you need to get your restaurant half full. And Vmax? Well, that's just how many seats you have in total. The concept just becomes intuitive because now it's a story we get.
So how in the world does it do this? Well, this isn't just some clever party trick. It's actually powered by a patent-pending framework that's built on 4 key pillars. They're all designed to work together to create this super adaptive learning experience. Let's pull back the curtain and see how it's put together.
So here they are, the 4 core pieces. It all starts with the conversational AI, and it uses that adaptive storytelling we just saw. But honestly, it's the next 2 pillars, emotional intelligence and true personalization, that really seem to make this whole thing special.
This is where that emotional intelligence piece really shines. Apparently, the AI said this after a student got kind of flustered and cut it off. Now, think about that. Instead of just plowing ahead with the lesson, it picked up on the student's emotional state, the frustration, and it called it out. It's a huge shift from just being a fact giver to actually managing the whole learning experience.
And this gets to a much deeper point. By actually responding to that frustration, the AI is trying to do more than just teach biochemistry. It's coaching the student's mindset. The real goal here is to build resilience, to make it okay to struggle, because that's a huge part of learning. It's teaching you how to learn, not just what to learn.
This emotional piece feeds right into true personalization. The system isn't just on some preset path. It's designed to adapt on the fly to your pace, to your knowledge gaps, and even to your stress levels. It really puts you, the student, in the driver's seat. The hope is to change studying from this anxious, painful chore into an actual act of discovery.
Okay, so we've seen the how, but the real question is, does it actually work? Well, this approach has been put to the test, and the data that's come back is pretty eye-opening. Let's take a look at the numbers. First up, a 30% average jump in student performance. Now, in the education world, a lift like that is massive. And the argument here is that this isn't just about getting a better score on a quiz. It's seen as proof that this story-based, personalized method leads to a much deeper, more useful understanding of the material.
And this is just as important. The data also shows a 20% average drop in test anxiety. This goes right back to that emotional intelligence pillar we talked about. By creating the supportive space where it's okay to feel frustrated, the system isn't just improving scores. It's improving a student's confidence in their overall mental state.
What's really fascinating is just how adaptable this system seems to be. We're seeing it used for completely different things, from MCAT biochem and physics to the super dense reading section cars. But the same core framework is designed to scale all the way from, say, foundational K-12 skills up to these really advanced professional exams.
So what makes this so unique? Well, the creators are clear that their whole method, blending storytelling with emotional intelligence, is built on a proprietary patent-pending framework. For you, the user, this means you're getting a very specific, consistent kind of coaching that you just won't find anywhere else. It's what gives it that unique, competitive edge.
All right, let's zoom out and look at the big picture for our final section. The idea here is that what we're looking at isn't just a cool new study app. It might just be a peek into a fundamental shift in how we think about education itself.
This quote from the creator really nails the mission. The goal was never just to build a better flashcard. The whole focus is on creating a deeper, more resilient kind of understanding, the kind that actually sticks with you long after the test is over.
And that really leaves us with a pretty powerful question to think about. What if we just reframed the whole point of education? What if the goal wasn't about cramming facts into our heads, but about giving us the tools and the confidence to explore, to ask questions, and to discover things for ourselves?
Because when you get right down to it, that's the ultimate promise here. To take students who feel overwhelmed and anxious and turn them into confident, curious, lifelong learners. The idea is that learning shouldn't just be about passing the next exam, but about building the skills to be ready for, well, anything. And that's a future of learning that's definitely worth exploring.